Hello, everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian, and in the news, Place 5 on the May 2nd City Council election in Sulphur Springs now contested. Gary Spraggins signed up shortly before 4 p.m. Tuesday to run for Place 5. He faces Richard Chavarria, who filed a candidacy for Place 5 back on January 23rd. This is the second contested race to develop for the Sulphur Springs City Council this spring. Justin M. Brown and J.W. Julian both filed a candidacy on January 27th for Place 1 on that May 2nd Sulphur Springs City Council election ballot. Both places 1 and 5 are for unexpired term seats, as are places 2 and 3. Now, places 6 and 7 are for full-term seats on the council, and they're also on that May 2nd ballot. Candidates who are uncontested with 3 full days left in the filing period include Place 2, Harold Nash Sr., Place 3, Oscar Aguilar, Place 6, Doug Moore, and Place 7, John Sellers. Candidate filing will continue through Friday at Sulphur Springs City Hall. And also in the news, 9 personnel decisions were approved this week by the Sulphur Springs School Board at their regular Friday meeting. An order calling for a May 2nd election was also approved by the school board. Early notice of retirement was accepted from Nancy Harris, a district speech therapist, Cheryl Blunt, a pre-kindergarten teacher at Douglas Early Childhood Learning Center, and Norman Sanders, middle school campus police officer. 3 resignations were accepted as well. Lamar primary kindergarten teacher Nicole Brown's resignation will become effective on March the 6th. Middle school PE teacher and coach Justin Stout's resignation became effective February 6th. And high school English teacher Mary Kate Wilder, her resignation becomes effective on February 24th. There are 3 new personnel for the SSISD approved as well. Mary Ebarb was approved as a Title I aide at Travis Primary. Sandra Nowlin was approved as a special ed aide at high school. And Michael Rhodes was also approved to become the auto tech teacher at high school for the 2020-21 school year. Trustees also at their February 10th meeting approved an order for a May 2nd election for 2 seats on the school board. Only 2 candidates who have filed so far were the incumbents Robert Cody and Robin Vaughn. The filing for the election continues through Friday in the tax office at Sulphur Springs ISD Admin Building, 631 Conley Street. If the election becomes necessary, i.e. there's contested races, it will be held in conjunction with the Sulphur Springs City Council election on May 2nd at City Hall. Early voting would be taking place from April 20th through the 28th from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m., with the exception of May 21st and May 23rd, when the voting hours are extended 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and mail applications must be received no later than April 17th.
We met the Yantis FFA chapter officers, and chapter advisor Stephen Frederick will be taking this group to Austin for the FFA Day at the Capitol, a tour of the Agriculture Museum, and a time to sit in the House of Representatives. Let's meet this chapter officers.
Good morning. My name is Stephen Frederick, and I'm the advisor for the NSFFA chapter.
Okay, are you new?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Tell us where you have come from.
I've come from Gonzales, Texas, so South Texas, and I'm very happy to be here in East Texas.
Okay, do you think you've got a pretty good chapter?
Yes, ma'am, I think I do.
Okay, well, we're going to find
good
out
group of kids.
That. Okay, great. Bring your mic back again, and we'll start here. Would you please introduce yourself and tell us your rank in the chapter and also your grade in school?
I'm Brooke Barrett. I currently serve as the Yantis FFA president, and I'm a junior.
Okay. Sir?
I am Elgin Curry. I currently serve as the Jantis FFA Vice President, and I am a freshman.
Okay. And you?
I am Jenna Haney, and I currently am the Yanis FFA Secretary, and I'm in 12th grade.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, our back row, let's hear from you.
I am Leah Lambert, and I serve as the Yanis FFA Treasurer, and I am a sophomore.
Okay.
I'm Hannah Lambert. I serve as the Yanis FFA Reporter, and I'm also a sophomore.
Okay.
I'm JC McKeever, and I'm currently serving as your Yanis FFA Sentinel, and I'm also a sophomore.
Okay, great. Let's find out what you have been doing up to now within 2020. So have you been showing livestock projects, ag mechanics, or other things? Is that what your chapter will do?
Yes, ma'am. I went to Fort Worth at the beginning of January and showed dairy cattle. We also had a girl go and show a Brahma heifer.
Okay. Any blue ribbons in there?
Our beef heifer placed 7th in a really large class, so that was pretty awesome.
Pretty good to hear. Okay, 7th. Okay, and you personally, what did you show?
I show dairy cattle.
Okay, good. And you are from a dairy family?
No, ma'am. My dad raises crossbred Angus cattle, and when I started in FFA in 6th grade, that's what my friend showed, and so that's what I started showing.
Okay. Let's talk to, is it Ogie?
Elgin.
Elgin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I have to correct my spelling on it. Elgin. Good morning. Tell me what you did at the show and where.
I don't show, but okay. I do participate in LDEs and CDEs.
Okay.
LDEs being quiz and CDEs being milk quality and products.
Okay. And so you, do you plan in the future, of course it's a long time till you graduate, but a career in something to do with agriculture?
Maybe.
Or have you got your mind made up yet?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up joining the United States Marine Corps, and if not, then I'm going to try to take my basketball talent to college and maybe major in engineering or something of the sort.
Okay, wonderful. You got some plans there. Jenna, tell us about you.
Well, for this past school year, I've been doing LGEs, which included job interview, and I've also been doing CDEs, which includes vet technician.
Okay. Do you know what you want to do? Because graduation's coming up pretty fast for you.
Yes, ma'am. I want to go to Ch.18 and major in biomedical sciences, where I will then specifically study genetics, where I can help better and specifically dairy industry.
Wonderful plans. Okay. And good luck to you. Let's again go back here to Leah and talk real loud and tell us what you've been showing, if any, and future plans.
I'm showing a market barrow at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo in March.
Okay.
And I'm also showing a cross gill at the county show in April.
So your county show is the Wood County Show. Yes, ma'am. And that's in April the
2nd through the 4th.
Okay, April 2nd through 4th, and we'll come back to that. Okay, so Leah and Hannah are sisters, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We're
Hannah,
twins.
okay, tell me about your project.
I don't show animals. I'm like Elgin and Jenna. I do LDEs and CDEs.
Okay.
I participated in agriculture advocacy for my LDE, and I do wool judging for my CDE.
Okay. Tell me how you think your connections with ag are going to help you in future life. Do you have plans for that?
Well, my plans are to become a physical therapist, so not really in agriculture, but I do believe that it has helped me with learning more about my surroundings and what happens around me, because I didn't really know what all happened, but now that my sister's raising pigs, I know what's going on and how hard it is, because I thought it was really easy.
The farmyard is a real good teacher for life, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about you, JC?
Yes, ma'am. I'm showing a lamb at our Wood County Junior Livestock Show. His name is Houdini, and he is a mess.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it your first time to do a lamb?
No, ma'am. This is my second year to do it, My first year, my lamb broke its leg a week before show. So my sister went on and showed hers, and she got grand champion.
Really? All right. Well, you have a kind of a mark to try to hit there, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And speaking really loud because the mic is way over here. What you think ag in high school can do to help you in future life?
In the future life, ag has taught me time management, responsibility, and how to get my things done when they need to get done. So in the future life, going to college, I will know how to plan my life and how to study and get things done when they need to be done before their due dates.
Okay, and I agree with you. I think it's excellent training. We don't have a whole lot of time in our interview today, but you've really hit the high points on what you've been doing and what's ahead. So the Wood County show, of course, Yandis is in Wood County, although we always include Yandis when we talk about things going on around here. So we've adopted you into our county. But you have your own home county. And so who wants to tell us about the county show coming up?
So our county show will be in April, the 2nd through the 4th. We'll show things like lambs, goats, dairy cattle, beef heifers, steers, rabbits, chickens, just all sorts of things. Our sale will be Saturday the 4th, I believe at 10 a.m., so y'all come out and support.
And it will be at the...
It will be in Alba Golden at the Sweet Potato Fairgrounds.
Okay, they have a real nice facility there, don't they?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else about your year in school that you would like to... And I know Brooke, president of the FFA as a junior, your time in high school so far, what have you been able to do or achieve?
I've been able... I started showing in 6th grade, and I just thought that's all I was going to do was show. And then my 8th grade year, I was in my Principles of Ag class, and my ag teacher kind of pushed me to be on LDE teams and then CDE teams. I just finished my year of service as a Mineola district officer, and I was blessed to be elected to come back and serve on our area officer team for Area 6. So that's just a few of the things I've been able to do. Lots of community service activities and getting to grow young leaders.
Okay, you're very well spoken. And I know that Elgin talked about basketball, so you do sports too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so you'd like to go through high school with basketball, other sports?
Yes, ma'am. I like to participate in any and everything that I can do. Right now, that is basketball, baseball, and track.
Okay, good for you. And what about Jenna? What else do you do besides FFA?
I do Beta Club, Student Council, and 4-H. Those are my other main 3 activities that I do.
Okay. And we've got just about enough time for from our twins, Leah and Hannah. What else do you like to do?
You go first.
We've been in dance classes since we were 2, so about 13 years.
In what classes?
Dance classes.
Okay, dance, yes.
Yes. We do ballet, jazz, hip-hop, just about anything.
Okay.
And we're in cheer. I'm in One Act Play, and I really like that. And UIL.
Okay. And JC?
Yes, ma'am. I've been in sports since 6th grade until this year because of a recent injury. And I'm also involved in UIL in oral reading.
Okay.
I've also participated in many other things in FFA.
Okay. You are all very well spoken. We got a minute and a half, so bring that mic over here to our instructor here, Stephen Frederick, and tell us what you think about this class in your chapter.
I think that this group of kids is an awesome group. They are always ready to learn something new. When we go on the road, they are very well excited and ready for a new adventure in the chapter that we just new things coming up.
Okay. Wonderful. And we hope to be able to send some folks from here over to your county show April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in Alba Golden, although it is the Yandis chapter. Thank you all for coming in today and coming to Sulphur Springs.
Thank you.
For having us.
In sports, early in the fourth quarter, Texas High was still hanging around in their game with the Wildcats basketball team Tuesday, trailing just 45-41 in Sulphur Springs. Then, in an instant, the Wildcats got some key steals, and converted some fast break baskets to score 8 straight points and push their lead out to 53-41. It was a lead the Tigers could not overcome as the Wildcats took a 57-48 win. Seniors Day Hall and Cameron Kahn were key players in that fourth quarter spurt. Wildcats also had a good start to the game, taking a 21-13 lead after the first quarter. For the next 2 quarters, the Tigers kept reducing that lead. Wildcats led by 7 at the half and by just 4 points after 3 quarters. Wildcats outscored Texas High 15-10 in the fourth quarter to finally put away the Tigers. The Wildcats had 3 players in double figures. Kahn scored a team-high 14 points. Boo Wilkerson had 11 points, and Hall ended up with 10 points. 6'6" sophomore Justin Hare played some of his best basketball of the season, scoring 9 points. Grayson McClure scored 6 points on 2 made three-pointers. Point guard Lamadrick Johnson had 4 points. Senior Justin Brock scored 3 points, and Texas High senior C.J. Kelly led Texas High with 14 points. Wildcats, ranked number 10 in Class 5A, improved their district mark to 6-2. They remained in second place, though, as Mount Pleasant rallied in the fourth quarter at Royce City to win. The Wildcats' season record is now 24-8. The Wildcats play Game 2 of their 3-game district homestand against Royce City Friday night. Lady Cats basketball team had a tough time with Texas High's press in a 55-39 loss at home Tuesday evening, and freshman Kinsey Willis also hurt an ankle early in that game. With Lindale defeating Greenville, the Lady Cats and the Lady Eagles ended up tied for 4th place. We talked to Lady Cats coach Brittany Tisdale, and she tells us what's going to be done about that tie and more on the Texas High game.
So we're going to Rains Friday at 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay. And they won last night against Greenville. We played them twice, so one time they won big, one time we won big, and it was on the other person's court, now a neutral site. So what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in, God wants us to play this game for whatever reason, so we'll play the game, and we'll give everything we got to win it. And I think if we show up, we will win it, and we'll move on and play Jacksonville Monday.
Just kind of a tough night last night with Texas High and their press and everything.
Yeah, they were all over us, and then Kinsey going down, we kind of went into a panic when she went down. I think it really freaked mine out for some reason, thinking, oh no, she's hurt again. But mine just started to go into a panic, and I could never really get them to calm down. Mm-hmm. And so we just kind of played very sporadic. And I think if we could have just calmed down, it would have been a totally different game, but we just couldn't. And then they were pressuring, all the way until the buzzer. So we just could never take a minute and, catch our breath.
Does it look like Kinsey's out for Friday? I don't know. I know she's recovered once, and I don't know if it's going to be quicker this time. Who knows? It's
not broken this time. It's she rolled it. So the trainers say she's looking good for Friday. So we're just trying to stay positive, and hope that we have her for that game.
In weather more fitting for Ducks than either Wildcats or Lions, the Wildcats soccer team managed to squeeze past Greenville 2-1 in the district opener for both teams at Greenville on Tuesday night. The Wildcats scored 2 unassisted goals, one by Omar Hernandez and one by Alejandro Diosdado. The Wildcats have now played 9 straight games without a loss, a streak that goes back to January 11th. Wildcats coach Alexi Upton called the match really ugly and sloppy due to the weather. He said there was not a lot that the Wildcats could do about it. The Wildcats are 1-0 in district play and now 7-4-5 for the season, and the Wildcats will be playing at Lindale on Friday night. Lady Cats soccer team got off to a great start in district play, soundly defeating Greenville 6-1 at Gerald Prim Stadium Tuesday night. More on that game from Lady Cats coach Javier Aguayo.
They had a couple players that could play, but I mean, we took over since first half and we dominated the game, controlled, had a lot of possession of the ball, which that's what I like to see. Mm-hmm. So we've been working on that all week, last week as well. Defensive-wise, we did phenomenal. No mistakes. We kept it tight back there, and just, no through balls went through, and keepers did great as well. But yeah, we're looking good. So we're just looking ahead on Friday against Lindo, see how that goes.
Sure.
Just taking game by game. Yeah.
Sure. Haley Robinson got you off to an awfully fine start with 3 goals.
Yes, sir. Hat trick, and then Rebecca assisted also. Mm-hmm. So a hat trick of assists, I guess you could say that. But yeah, Haley had a phenomenal game. Rebecca did as well. She had 3 assists and 2 goals. Mm-hmm. One of them being a penalty kick, a PK. We could have had a lot more goals. I told them it could have been at least 13-1 or 10-1. We missed ourselves. We missed a PK. KK. Caitlin Robinson, she missed a PK. I told her, hey, go out there and take it. She was a little nervous, and I'm like, hey, you want it? You take it. Make it your goal. The keeper blocked it, and then we had a rebound. She hit it, and then the keeper punched it out, and then Haley came in and headed the ball as well, and it hit the post. So it was just a lot of rumbling, mumbling going on in there. But they had fun. We played well. Like I said, it could have been a lot more goals, but hey, 6-1 is fine with me, and we'll see how we do this Friday.
And also credit Janine Yamaguchi for a goal.
Janine Yamaguchi, yes, she scored. It was an assist by Ashley Noe. Mm-hmm. So it was a really good cross by Ashley Noe. She switched the field in the box, and Janine settled the ball perfectly and took a shot, and it went in. Who was that? It the goals?
Yes.
Yeah, that was it. That's 6 goals right there. But like I said, hey, we're moving as a team, transitioning and look very well. Defensively, we look very well as well. Attacking, they were making the runs through the gaps, and they were playing through balls, so we were playing really good. Moving the ball from side to side. That's what I like to see. Yeah.
Now you get Lindale, and it looks like they've kind of struggled this year, and a chance to go 2-0 in district play.
Yes,
so big opportunity.
Big opportunity to go 2-0 this week, which hopefully we can. They played Roy City last night, and I believe they lost to Roy City by 1 goal, 1-0. So it's not bad. if you think about Roy City last year, they were the big dogs in district. Right. Sorry. Last year. Like I said, they won district and they made it pretty far. I think they made it to the regional final. But anyways, last night Roy City ended up beating them 1-0. Mm-hmm. So, and I know Roy City has had, injury trouble. So I know a couple of their starters are out because of ending season injuries. But yeah, like I said, I tell the girls, hey, Roy City or whoever might be having a tough season, but when it comes down to it, it's the game. You show up and play, and we'll go from there. Take it game by game. Like we're talking about right now, Roy City barely beat them 1-0 to Lindo, and Lindo's having a tough season. So like I said, we just got to go out there and play and play our game. Control the ball, keep possession of the ball, don't force the ball, play easy, play feet, and that's what we have to do. Yeah.
Very good. The Wildcats golf team battled rain and a lightning delay at their first tournament of the semester at Heritage Ranch Golf and Country Club in McKinney on Tuesday. We learn more from Wildcats golf coach Jeremy DeLorge.
We were never sure if we were actually going to get the tournament in. I didn't find out until about 9:30 the night before on Monday night that we were actually going to be able to play. So I just told the guys, hey, we're just going to prepare like we're going to have a tournament. We're just going to go forward and see what is said. I let them know at 9:30 we're going to have it. Just prepare for cold and wet conditions and possibly a little bit more rain the day of. And it looked good all the way as we were driving there. We got there, it was fine, warm up good. We're about to send all the kids out, and we got put on a lightning delay. So we had to wait 30 minutes, so we're fine there. And in the middle of that 30 minutes, it started raining. So it changed the course a little bit even more, a little bit wetter, a little bit sloppier, a little bit tougher conditions. Once we finally got out there, after about an hour delay, the wind started picking up too, so it was definitely cold, about low 40s, feels like low 30s with the wind, and the conditions were very wet, so longer course, it makes it even longer with the wet conditions.
Has it turned out to kind of shorten things up for the day?
Yes, it did shorten it up. So instead of a 18-hole tournament, to kind of be able to fit it in, because we weren't sure how the weather was going to go, there was storms all around us, so we weren't sure if there was going to be more rain, more lightning, or anything like that. So we just, all the coaches decided that it'd be best to just do a 9-hole tournament, get that in as much as possible, and hope that we can get them in. And if we did, great, we have a 9-hole tournament. If not, then we got a few holes in, but we didn't want to push that chance of possibly not getting anything in at all, not getting any scores in, no tournament results, nothing like that. So it came to a consensus of a 9-hole tournament to make it nice and good for the kids to get some practice in, get tournament feel in, because it was a lot of school's first tournament of the spring semester. So to get that tournament feel back under our belts, it was really nice.
How'd we do?
We did good with the conditions that were presented with us. The course played really tough. A lot of higher numbers than usual across the board from all the schools that were there. There was about 12 schools there, and we finished third as a team in the 9-hole tournament setting. And then also senior Colton Bench finished tied for third. Unfortunately, lost in the scorecard playoff to get the 4th place medal, but he did tie for third, and we got third as a team. So it was really good. McKinney Christian is a phenomenal school. They have some great kids, a great coach over there, and they put up some pretty good numbers. Plano East came out as well too, and they got second. And they kind of, that was the surprise to me. I'd seen them in a couple tournaments before. But for them to come out there in those conditions and put up the scores that they did very well. So all in all, I was and I reiterated with the guys, I was very happy with them. Considering the conditions, I know that they weren't happy with their scores because it's not typically what they shoot. But I said, guys, look at the scores across the board. I said, everything is higher. So I said, take this as a learning experience. Now we know what to look for when we get conditions like this again. Because it's spring in Texas. We're always able and liable to get some rain in our forecast. So all in all, I was very, very impressed, very happy with them to fight through those conditions and stick with it and grind through that long course and get third as a team. They showed a lot of fight and determination, and I'm very proud of them.
When do you play next?
Next is our regional preview at Rockwall Golf and Athletic Club. It's a 2-day event, February 17th and 18th, so this is coming up Monday and Tuesday. And I told them again, it's spring in Texas, expect weather, expect cold, expect some rain, and it looks like it's going to be about the same conditions that we just got done playing in.
The Miller Grove Lady Hornets picked up a district win against Savoy Tuesday, 41-24. Miller Grove steadily built their lead over the first 3 quarters. Lady Hornets led 13-8 after the first quarter, 23-11 at the half, and 35-17 after 3 quarters. Savoy outscored the Lady Hornets 7-6 in the fourth quarter, but that wasn't nearly enough. Lauren Bullard and Georgia Bessonette both scored 14 points to lead Miller Grove. Harley Watson had 6 points. Summer Coker scored 3 points. Kaylee Dorantes and Laney Burnett scored 2 points apiece. The Lady Hornets improved their district record to 9-3 and their season record to 13-17. And the Sulphur Bluff Lady Bears won a seeding game Monday night against Avenger, 54-38, to wrap up a second-place finish in the district. Lady Bears will be making their first playoff appearance in 8 years. Lady Cats coach Zandra Payton said her team played solid defense and worked together as a team. In the big game, the two teams were tied after one quarter, 13-13. Sulphur Bluff went up by 5 at the half, 28-23, and then increased that lead up to 9 points 38-29 after 3 quarters. The Lady Bears outscored Avenger 16-9 in the 4th quarter to wrap up the win. For Sulphur Bluff, senior Ann Dorner scored 14 points and had 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Coach Payton said Dorner has only been back from injury for a few weeks, adding that her leadership skills and ability to see the floor has really helped out the team. Tori Rainey had 10 points and 2 steals. Bailey Neal had 9 points and 5 rebounds. Angel Brown had 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Jada Wade scored 6 points with 5 rebounds and 2 steals. Allie Colette had 4 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and 3 assists. And Skylar Stanley had 4 points and 12 rebounds. And that's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for watching, and so long, everybody.